Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Yasharallah, Kal Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth, so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwab that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. I'm really backing off of the last video that I made, or I think the video before. Esau don't like you, man. If you are a so-called black man, so-called Native American man, so-called Hispanic man, all around the world, right? All of so-called Negro descent. In fact, Esau is beyond not liking you. He hates your guts. He hates your existence. And the proof is how he treats you. A person can say they love you all day. A person can say they care about you all day. But if the actions don't show the love, somebody lying. Right? They're not trying to take care of nobody. They're not trying to make sure that our mind is right. They not exposing who we are to us. That's the proof that they hate you, man. All right. So look, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. It says, "But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, Restore." First and foremost, we prisoners of war, because this is not our home, man. This is not our rest, right? But even trickling down into the actual prison system of the daughter of Babylon, man, whether it be adult or whether it be teenage, the majority of the individuals that occupy that space is us, so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, man. The majority of the people that's locked behind bars are us. The majority of the laws to get individuals locked behind bars are targeted to us. All right? Now, who's the individual on this earth that's doing all of this, man? Who's this individual that hates us? Let's go to the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 27 and verse 38. It says, "And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above," meaning they're going to be living the lavish lifestyle. They're going to have that house on the hill. All right? It says, "And by thy sword shalt thou live." What's that sword? The sword is an actual physical steel blade that's sharp on either two sides or one. That sword is a pistol. That sword is an assault rifle. That sword is a legal system that targets the Most High's people, right, to ensure that they go into prison. That sword is an educational system that destroys the minds of the Most High's people. That sword is a media system, right, that indoctrinates us with all kinds of wickedness. Whatever wickedness resides in the mind of that demon called Esau. All right. Just speaking facts, man. These are the facts. Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. These are the individuals that's running the world. These are the individuals that are running the prison system. All right, so let me let this video play. I'll be back.
Alabama, which happens to have the highest death rate from coronavirus in the United States, is planning to use federally provided coronavirus relief funds to construct prisons. Yeah. By the way, Alabama happens to be one of the states that ended unemployment benefits because of COVID earlier than they were supposed to. Because why would they use that money to help people in their state when they could use it to imprison people in their state? Alabama lawmakers began a special session on a $1.3 billion construction plan that would use federal pandemic relief funds to pay part of the cost of building massive new lockups. Governor Kay Ivey has touted the plan to build 3 new prisons and renovate others as a partial solution to the state's long-standing troubles in its prison system. Now, there's the physical infrastructure of these prisons. I mean, you could maybe stop criminalizing people to the extent that we're criminalizing people, so you wouldn't need to build 3 new prisons. But the physical infrastructure of the prisons, that's one thing. Doesn't solve the other problem they have, which is understaffing, corruption, all these other issues that, you really can't fix by throwing COVID relief funds at. Yeah. The proposal would tap up to $400 million from the state's share of American Rescue Plan funds to help pay for the construction. And honestly, the way that the coronavirus relief bill was written makes it honestly available for Alabama to use in this way. I mean, they could make a case based on the way the law was written, based on the way the bill was written, that the funds could be used for these prisons. And that's really a huge problem in the way that legislation gets written up in this country. But, John, I wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah, look, I really like to mash up a couple of different stories that you've talked about recently. You have Alabama taking this money that theoretically could go to helping people, but instead they're just going to set up for more incarceration, which seems insane in the midst of the COVID situation in Alabama.
So I'm going to just stop it right there with this video. Because to be honest with you, the more I see this and hear this story, the more pissed off I get. Right? All of this stuff going on the earth right now, all of the stuff that's going on in the world, and you choose to build prisons, they blatantly showing you and telling you, I don't give a damn about you. They telling you I could care less about your health, bump, your pain. I don't care nothing about that. But what I do care about is locking your ass up and having you make money for me, because that's all prison is a business, man. It's a business. They get paid to have them individuals in those prisons. Facts. And that's adult or teen. They get paid to have bodies in prisons. Now, when you get into the adult system, not only do you get paid to have bodies in prison, but you also get paid by subbing out those prisoners to work for certain companies for pennies. For pennies, man. What the 13th Amendment say? You free. You're not a slave anymore. You're free. Like, you're not a physical slave anymore. You're free. Right? Or you're emancipated, rather. With the exception of if you commit a felony. Now, you got all these laws that have been drawn up specifically for the culture of the hood. What's in the hood, man? Drugs, gangs, right? Weapons. I'm talking about military grade weapons. And there ain't no by chance happenings right there, man. Match that with the mindset that was created by these devils, man. Man, Esau hate our people, man. Hold on one sec. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by our law? They frame mischief by laws, man. That's why they keep cranking out new laws damn near every month. Targeting us, man. School to prison pipeline, that's a real thing. Right? That's why the educational or the mindset, the education of a so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, and so-called Native American man is so low. Because you get sent to a system that's devised to ensure that you stay at a certain level mentally. All right? It says they gathered themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemned the innocent blood. Now, I'm not saying all them brothers that's locked up, they innocent. I'm definitely not saying that. Right? But I'm also not putting the full blame on my brethren that's locked behind them bars. It's this whole system, man. It's this whole beast, right, that continues to oppress the Most High's people, that continues to ensure that the Most High's people stay at the bottom of society no matter what. You see it all the time on TV. You hear it all the time on the radio. You hear it every time you crank up a album. Every time you watch a movie. Every time you step outside your door. Everybody has been brainwashed by this devil, right? And this devil has created a system to ensure that it goes on just as long as they in power, man. This nigga frameth mischief by laws. All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 10. From the top. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And they are the people that ensure that the widows exist. They are the people that ensure that the fatherless exist. For example, if a woman wants to get on certain government assistance, it cannot be a man involved in that household. That's promoting the destruction of family. The devil frameth mischief by law, man. This is hell, and that devil hates you, man. That devil hate me. That devil hate all of us. I don't care nothing about them smile, smooth, soft words. I don't care nothing about none of that, man. That devil hates you, man. And the Most High gonna show you that devil hates you. Just watch. And the environment is showing itself. The divide is happening. Just wait. It's gonna manifest so that the whole world can see it. All right. Let's go to same book. Well, let's go to the book of Psalms rather. Let's see. Psalms chapter 10 and verse 2 says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Their own plans gonna turn on them, man, because they digging their own grave. The Most High said the sins of this place have reached him. And you dealing with the Most High's people, man. How proud can you be? You know you got the Most High people under your thumb. You know this is fact. History shows it, right? Archaeological finds show it. Different historical books show it. You know who we are, right? This shows the hate of this devil, man. He refuses to let up, man. That's why the Most High said he was going to send us back into Egypt. What happened in Egypt the first time we were there? Did the Pharaoh just let us go the first time Moses said, the Most High told me to tell you to let my people go? Hell no. That man followed us all the way into the Red Sea, man. So the Most High said he was going to send us back to that same situation, but it's going to be worse. This devil refuses to let us go, man. As long as this devil is in power, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man, and all our brethren around the world, best believe your life going to be hell. Your life is going to be absolute hell, and they gonna make sure of it. And they going to do it with a smile. All right? Verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. I would argue that murdering of the innocent is destroying lives. Because these individuals had certain things that they aspired to do and aspired to be. But Allah took that all away. That prison cell took all of that away. And now that man's life or woman's life is dead. And a lot of them brothers and sisters that's locked behind them bars, man, real talk, walking dead, hopeless, because this world done bammed them up. So, like I said, I ain't saying all my brethren and all my sisters that's locked behind them doors is innocent. I'm definitely not saying that. But what I'm saying is this system here, yeah, it's hell, man. Just look at life now and look at life in, like, I don't know what, the 40s, the 30s. Right? How come we wasn't getting locked up like that then? It's because they keep creating different laws and different laws and different laws. Now, same thing. What were the laws that they were inventing in those times? Right? They had laws to where you couldn't be found standing around outside. They can pull you over, ask you if you got a job. If you didn't have a job, they could lock you up. The devil frameth mischief by law, man. And this nigga still doing it, man. He's still doing it with the climate of today. He gonna continue to do it. Right? Verse 9 says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. That's a trap. This whole world, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man, and all our brethren around the world is a trap set up for you. Because they want you dead. They want you non-existent. All right? But see, this is the beauty of the Most High. This is the beauty of the Most High. These devils feel as though they can do us however they feel like they want to do us, and they have the right to. But the Most High said this, man. Matter of fact, let's get there. First, I want to start with the message. All right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61. From the top, says, the spirit of Yahweh power is upon me, because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek, He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. And we in mourning right now. But the Most High is comforting us by allowing the prophecies to be unfolding. These devils know they can't stop it, and they see it happening. They see their kingdom falling, right? They see it falling. They see the nations turning their back on this place. They see the nations looking at them a certain way. Out of their own mouth, they have confessed that a certain other nation is surpassing them. And that certain other nation is China. It's surpassing them. Ain't no clawing back into first place. You are done. And it's well deserved, you damn devil. All right? It says in verse 3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified. All right? The beauty of the Most High, man. Y'all got to get that back, and this don't last forever. All right? We got our lesson out of it, man. The lesson is, hey, man, fear the Most High. Always put him first. That's all we had to do, was bethink ourselves in the land of our captivity, make supplication unto Yahweh, which means beg him for his forgiveness, man. Beg him for that mercy. And repent. All right? That's all the Most High required of us. Have them faith with them works, that's all. And we've been doing so. And our power is real. And he's showing y'all he real. Because he bamming the world up right now. The world is confounded. But the Most High's people we see. And we hear. And we have hope. Alright, so I'm going to end it with this, man. The book of Psalms, chapter 10. And verse 16, Yahweh is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. And what's the Most High's land? The earth, homeboy. All this belongs to the Most High. All them stars you see when you look up in the sky, that's his. All that space that you see when you look up, that's his. Them galaxies, that sun, that moon, you, everything else that exists, that's his. And guess what the Most High said? You heathen, y'all ass gonna be gone in a minute, man. You're gonna be gone in a minute. You the wicked. And you can argue, no, we're not the wicked, bump that. Your actions show who you are. And you the wicked, man. Once again, Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If this dude ain't the wicked, where he at? Who else doing all this to the earth? Who else doing all this to the Most High's people? All right? So at the end of the day, man, Yahweh Ratazah Abad Babal. Right? Most High willing, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Halom Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Harakak Wadash. Shalom Yashala.